All right, we are live. Welcome to the Crazy Rides channel, live YouTube podcast. Right, Richie?
Right, that's us.
That's us.
CRC.
CRC.
I'm not
Oh, look, Crazy
No,
Ride
don't
channel.
say nothing.
Crazy Ride
Crazy Ride channel.
Yeah.
Yes, we got to get those hats made up.
That's
Yeah, I'm
right.
still waiting for mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is brought to you by the New Yorker. Make sure you check them out on YouTube, subscribe, hit the notification, all that fun stuff, as well as me, Eric, the Biker's Realtor. I help you with all your real estate needs, residential, commercial, and investment properties. 561-507-1454 here down in South Florida,
In the swamp.
in the swampland.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
What's going on, people?
What's up, man?
Ah, what a day, huh?
Yep.
99 degrees.
What's going on, Richie?
What's going on? Nothing much.
Nothing much.
No.
Got
it's
stuff
so,
in the
It's
news.
so hot today. I was going to take the bike out, and between the heat in the bike and the heat outside, I'd have been roasting.
You would have been melting.
I would have been
Like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah.
That would have been it.
So
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. Let's see.
Well, I've been loving my new truck.
Yeah, I asked him where it was tonight. Did you notice it wasn't here?
It's resting.
It's resting in his living room, he told me. He put it
Yeah.
inside the house because, you know, he doesn't want to get it dirty.
The new coffee table. So, yeah. So, I love the truck. For anyone that doesn't know, I just got a Dodge Durango SRT. I'll show a little picture of it.
Yeah, bring that bad boy up. Let's see it.
I don't know if I have it.
Oh, come on, man.
Nah,
It's on your phone. It's not on your PC, right?
Well, I had it on here and it disappeared.
There's something going on tonight. We've had technical difficulties.
Yeah.
We got Nate standing by. Poor guy can't hear
Yeah.
us, but we can hear him just fine. So he can talk all
Well,
night.
you
if he
know,
wanted.
I would have
He's texting right now.
Oh, is he?
I would have put my phone on, call him, and then put the speaker on. At least we could have heard him through there.
Well, then you're gonna have to hold it up to the mic because no one else is gonna hear him.
No, I'll just tell him. Nate said,
Okay.
Nate, they're empty boxes. They're yours, by the way.
yeah, he
So
didn't get it
the
yet.
only thing I don't like about the truck is the amount of brake dust
Oh,
it
right.
comes onto the wheel because it's got the Brembo brakes.
With ceramic brake pads.
No, it's not. I don't know if
not
it's ceramic or not, but they're shit. And I looked it up, and a lot of people had this problem.
Yeah.
And what they do is just change the brake pads. So I ordered new brake pads from Power Stop, the performance ones, and
You're gonna put them on?
yeah.
Won't you destroy the warranty?
Why?
Because if anything happens to the brake,
My brakes aren't covered anyway under warranty.
no. If
I mean,
anything
if
happens
there's
to
a
the
leak or something.
if anything happens to the calipers, or anything happens to the rotors, in a short amount of time, and you have an aftermarket brake pad, just think of it from Harley Davidson or any other new bike. You're not going to get covered for it.
We can't hear you when you.
You can hear me.
Now I can hear you.
I was screaming in the
No,
damn
you
thing.
weren't scream. That's it screaming.
I. Is you hear me now?
Getting emotional over there.
Listen,
Don't touch my fucking
please
brakes.
look into that before you do something like that. I would have just went back to Dodge and told them, look, I don't like this. This is not the way it's supposed to be.
Well,
I
they'll-
need you to replace the
Yeah,
pads.
they'll probably put
And
the
let
pads
them-
on.
Yeah,
put 'em on.
It's an ongoing problem. That's
They know about it.
they got to be an upgrade to these pads then.
Nate says the brakes and calipers aren't covered.
No?
That's what he says. He
Oh.
has a SRT.
Yeah,
yeah.
all maintenance things are not covered.
Oh.
No, normally not. But
You know.
if something happened,
What if
then
it was a
he's
leak?
right about that
What if
though.
the caliper was
rotors were
leaking?
warped, then they would replace them.
Well, they're not
Right,
warped.
they're not warped. Yeah. I'm just saying though, some things are covered.
What if the caliper leaked?
Yeah, but what are you gonna say? It leaked because you changed your brake pads? You didn't take the caliper off the truck.
No.
You know.
Yes, you did.
Well, you did. You did take it off. I'm
That's
sorry.
right. And then you had to push the puck back a little bit.
Yeah, but you're
to
not.
get the new pads.
You're not taking the lines off. So that's what I was thinking. You're not taking lines off.
Yeah.
And if it leaks when you take that caliper off, then it was going to fail on you when you're riding, when you're driving.
That's what you get when you spend $100,000. Shit.
What?
Well, give you cheap brake pads, so you have lots of dust on your rim.
100,000.
Yeah.
Hey, he didn't spend the $100,000. He only spent a quarter of
I
that.
spent $32,000 on my GMC, and I haven't had a problem.
No brake dust.
No brake dust.
There you go.
Yeah.
We got news.
We got breaking news.
We got
Breaking?
breaking
Yeah,
news.
breaking news.
Breaking
Hit
news.
that breaking news.
There we
Oh,
go.
there it is. I don't hear anything. Huh?
No, we're not going to hear any. I don't know why.
Well, something's going on, man.
Okay.
There we go. We got breaking news.
That's breaking
Anyway,
news.
they heard it.
Wait a minute. Let me see something.
They heard.
I just got to see something.
There you go.
I hear that.
So you could take this one.
Oh, great. I
For
get
the
to read
breaking
this
news.
one. I get the one that guy goes to jail. All right.
You're up first.
I'm up. Why am I up
I
first?
gotta get my funky glass.
From
All right,
left to right.
So check this out. In Florida, we're allowed to carry guns, right? Everybody knows that. We keep them concealed. People have permits for them, but you don't really need it anymore. So apparently this guy, I'm not going to say his name. He's been riding around for a long time. He's in his 50s, and he seems to have a lot of confrontations while riding. So he's got a lot of road rage. And apparently he's been in several road rage incidents. But only this time, he pulled his gun out on the guy that he was raging against in a car. So, of course, the cops came in and, arrested him and brought him in, and he faced the judge. And the judge says, okay, listen, we're going to hold you, and you're going to sit. I guess it took him 45 days to post bond. So he was sitting in a jail cell for like 45 days. He posted the bond. He got out. He had to come back. So the circuit judge told him that if he spends 30 days in jail, he won't have any felony conviction, and he wouldn't lose his license to carry a gun or his right to carry a gun. So with that, what happened was, so he pulled the gun. The judge said that, he's only 53, never had a felony, so I'm going to take it easy on you. Now, he also said, I think you need to spend some time in jail because you can't do these kind of things. It's unacceptable. You just can't pull your gun out because you can carry a gun in Florida. If the other guy pulled a gun, he explained, because he had to explain it to him, then you have a right to pull your gun out.
Self-defense.
Right. Well, now you're in a whole different ball game anyway, because if somebody pulls out a gun, you pull out your gun, someone's shooting. Right. You're just, now you're screwed, right? Either way. So, like I said, he said actually he was not going to give him credit for the 49 days he served in jail to be bonded. Now, I don't know why it took him 49 days. It doesn't go over that. So with all of that, he either stays in jail for 30 days, he gets to keep his firearm, but he's going to be on probation for a year. That means he has to turn in all his guns. He can't carry a gun. He can't do any drugs. He can't drink. He can't do anything.
For a year?
For a year.
For a year.
But he will, in the end of that year, get his rights back to carry a firearm. Now,
I'm sorry, but I would just take it away.
take his gun away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would given it back to him.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
No,
But the state attorney objected to it because there's no felony. They feel it's a felony case that he pulled the gun on another person, and they don't like it. But at the end of the day, the judge just said no. You're not allowed to get out for 30 days. He requested weekends to go do his job. So apparently he's got a job that he works on the weekends, and he also denied that. So with all of that, the lesson here is don't pull your damn gun out just because you're pissed off at a lot of people.
Right.
Because, and you may not get a judge that's this lenient. I know someone who did that, and I don't think he got off like this. I can tell you that right now.
No, I don't agree with that.
That's pretty.
I think he should do his time and That's it.
That's
he
it.
doesn't get to
You don't
carry
get to carry a gun again. I mean,
carry a knife.
it's no felony if you use it, but
Or an air gun.
yeah, that's it. Carry some mace.
Well, an air gun is no good because if you pull an air gun, the guy doesn't know that's an air
No,
gun.
I know. I
And he'll
get it.
start
I
firing
was
at
just
you.
joking.
You'll be going pop, pop, and he'll be going bang, bang.
But you know what's funny with this is he got off. He's not going to have any felony charges. It also says here that he entered a no contest plea to aggravated assault with a firearm, which is a third-degree felony and criminal mischief. Second-degree misdemeanor.
Yeah.
And yet to me, I'd be like, thank you, Judge.
Yeah,
You
right.
know?
Yeah. See
What do you want
next
for
year.
Christmas, man?
See you next year.
Yeah. So that's my story.
Wow. What do you think about that, Richie?
Well, first of all, any place anywhere, Texas, here, any other state that allows guns being, carrying concealed weapons, Texas, you can carry a 6-shooter or you can carry open. So
Yeah, Tennessee also.
Tennessee too.
Yeah, open
So
carry.
that's a whole different ball game. If you see somebody with a gun outside, you won't even say 2 words to them, not even one. But the story is that down here, coming from up north, we never experienced anything like that. Anybody that was carrying a gun was illegal right from the jump, and they would think twice to even pull it. But down here, it's like, if you say something to somebody, and it's happened, we know that on 95, there have been shootouts while they're driving at 75 miles an hour.
It's a shootout last weekend somewhere in Lauderdale or some shit.
There you go. Okay, so long story short, my wife keeps telling me, and I'm trying to do the right thing by keeping my mouth shut. I used to MF people when if they cut me off.
You still
But
do.
now, no, I don't.
They do it in a nicer way. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He does
I
it with
ride
the
with you,
windows
Rich.
closed.
I ride with you, Richie. I know what you do.
No, I wait.
Sorry, Deb.
I wait until I'm way in front of them and I
right.
yell at the back, figuring the air would go back and catch them. But that's the truth, it's like the old West, would you say? Boom.
Well, you got to assume everybody down here has one.
Right.
Especially now that you don't need to have
Gotta
a
be
permit.
careful.
Yeah.
And now that you don't need a permit, it's,
Yep.
what does that mean?
Means-
I mean, if you go and you have a felon and you go to buy a gun, what do they have to do?
I don't know if they still check you out. I haven't
Yeah,
really
they
got
check.
into it. They still have to check.
Okay.
So, I mean,
Yeah, but see,
you
handing
don't
them out
need
at the
a carrying
store,
permit.
candy store. yeah.
I feel you need a permit because you want to know what you could do with it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Yes.
It's not
you
a
might
license.
wind up blowing your head off.
Yeah, well, you should have training too, because
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I mean,
to get the permit,
right. You
need
had
training.
to go to I had to get training.
Yeah, I had to get
fingerprint and
trained,
everything.
too.
Yeah. Matter of fact, my license expires in December. I'm going to renew it because you're allowed to carry your gun from Florida to certain states, right?
Yes.
Now you're not going to go to New York, of course.
No, but
you can go
you
for the
go
whole
from here to
South.
Tennessee.
Easy. Yes.
Yeah.
But if you don't have your license with you, will they honor it? Because, I mean, do they care that it's open carry and you don't, or not open carry, but you don't need a license?
Well, wait
But
a minute.
it's okay to carry in Florida. I haven't read up on the rules if that applies
I was
in the
just gonna
neighboring
say
states that do honor your Florida carry permit.
Well, not even that. We don't require it no more. But in Tennessee, do they require?
I would think other states would want to see something that you're carrying from. How do you know I'm not from New York?
Right.
And I'm carrying an illegal weapon.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, not that everybody in New York has illegal weapons, because there are people who have permits also. Very hard to get, but you can get them. And but I'm going to keep my license. I'm going to go renew it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
My brother-in-law has a license up in
New York. Right. I know people.
It's hard to get.
Hard to
Very hard to get.
get. You had to have a business reason.
Yeah.
Right. You have to prove you
Yeah.
carry money, or you got to be some kind of security that you're carrying
But
money.
that didn't
or
stop you
body-
from owning one. It just stopped you from carrying one.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Right.
So,
I
there's
don't
two
know
different
though.
things.
I don't know if you could buy a handgun though.
Yeah, I know people who bought handguns.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then.
They just couldn't carry them. You had to have it
Okay.
locked in a box, separate. in your car.
That
Like,
must have been you.
So my friend, when he moved down here from Jersey, he was bringing his guns.
right.
So he had to put the ammo in the back part of the car,
Right,
in
the trunk, the gun in the glove box.
yeah, whatever.
It had to be like a three-stage move or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty strict. Though.
yeah, it's pretty wild.
But yeah, man. So
But
getting
I
your
think-
permit's a good thing.
Yeah, in my opinion,
Yeah.
you need to get a permit.
I don't think it ever should be just go out and buy a gun because you're 18 or 21. You really need to. I mean, a
You
lot
need
of kids.
training.
You need training. A lot of them don't. A lot of them do down in the South because they, fathers take their kids hunting at a young age.
Yeah.
But a lot of them still don't. And so, your infatuation with a gun especially when you can't have one when you're a kid. I used to buy those cap guns that look like
Yeah,
revolvers.
me too.
We all
In New York,
Take
yeah.
off the
We all
red
did.
Yeah,
part
the
in
red
front.
part, right? The red stars you're putting there.
Yeah,
those
we
things are
all
freaking
did.
awesome. Let's
Yeah,
take those
yeah.
to school. Yeah, you go crazy,
Yes, sir.
So I'm like, one day I'm gonna get a real one.
Yeah.
So I got a story about that. So my grandfather lived in an apartment building in Brighton Beach, and he
Had a
was
machine
robbed.
gun, right?
He was robbed in the building at gunpoint.
Wouldn't doubt it. Yeah.
They had him on the floor with a gun to his head, and I got one of those cap guns for him because he didn't want a real gun. But I got him a cap gun that was all metal.
Look real.
Yeah,
Especially at night.
The barrel was like that,
Right.
but it had the plastic red.
Right. You take the plastic.
So I
out.
took out the plastic red piece.
Yep.
Okay, and I gave it to him, and he loved it. So one day, this maniac just kept knocking on his door in the apartment, right? And he's like, "Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here!" And then he leaves, comes back, starts knocking on the door again. He opens the door with the
Cap
gun and points it right to his head and tells him to get the F out of here or else it's going to blow his head off. The guy ran away.
Never saw him again.
But the thing looks real. I mean,
Yeah.
you saw those cap guns, right?
Sure.
Right.
Yeah. Like today, there was a time when kids were getting shot or people from police officers
Yes,
or
because
other
they thought-
people because they thought it was a gun.
Real gun, yeah.
Now, if you remember, it was an open barrel. There was nothing at the end of that barrel.
Right, which-
then they put a plug.
Yes.
All right. So after, and this is when we were kids, it was an open barrel. It looked like a barrel. Open
Especially
barrel.
at night. You can't tell.
So at later on, when things like that happened, I guess maybe in the 80s, maybe it started, who knows, in the 90s, whatever it was, that they stuck a red cap and plugged it so you can buy the cap gun. You could still fire it off because nothing goes through the barrel. The cap just blows. And but it shows right away that it's a closed barrel. It's only a cap gun. And they had done that for a long time. Now they're back and they're making guns with the little rubber squeegees on it, that the bullets are
Yeah.
rubber. So it's an open barrel again,
Yep.
and it's
Messed up shit. Nate says they got permits in Tennessee to carry and they train them.
see?
But that should be a law, though. I mean, everybody gets a piece of the pie, right? You got a gun shop, you got a class, they make money. This one makes money, the state makes money. Everybody gets a piece of the pie, and everybody gets trained.
Yeah.
I like the idea of going to the class. I went to the class.
Yeah, I did that.
And I went with a friend of mine.
It wasn't
He was
great
upset
class.
because he failed.
he
And I
failed.
passed.
How the
Well,
hell did he fail?
No, he passed, but when you go to get your license, you got to bring anything from the past, a criminal records.
Right.
Okay. Well, he didn't know, but he had a criminal record back in the 60s.
Ah, well.
So, but I knew in the 70s I had one. So what I did was I got in touch with Queens Queens Court, okay? And they actually went through, those files with they look like negatives? That's how old this was. And they found my disposition, I think it's called, and it was a felony dropped down to a misdemeanor, and that's how I got the license.
Wow.
Wow, man. You're a bad boy, Rich.
And it was bogus. Somebody's stealing a car.
I think you should be tricked.
That's normal in New York, though.
Yeah.
Kids. Everybody stole a car.
You need
If you
to
didn't
be-
steal a car, you weren't, growing up.
That's right.
Wind up blowing your own head off or someone else's.
Oh, well, that'll happen for sure.
know.
That's like, the old, let me keep my gun with no safeties in my front of my pants.
Yeah, right.
So when I bend down, I shoot my wiener off.
Yeah.
Smart.
So I got some breaking news that some 2025 Harley Davidson models have lower prices.
Where is
Okay.
that? Where is that? Wait a minute.
There we go.
About time. About time.
So the Street Bob, the Lowrider S, and the Road King get new MSRPs from July 1st to August 30th. No.
Yeah. It's for like 2 months.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Summer.
It was till the end of the year. Oh, that's
Well, that was the other thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from July 1st to August 31st, Harley Davidson is offering up to $1,500 credit towards the purchase of selected models, which I just that's his part. That's his thing. That's part of
Yeah, this is
Oh, that's
Harley
for the veterans?
Davidson honoring heroes with 1,500 cash offer towards selected models, and that's for people that are active and inactive. I think inactive also.
So they only get it for 2
Service.
months? That's cheesy.
It's from July to August. July 7th to, I think I seen August somewhere.
yeah, August 31st.
There you go.
So additionally, like I was saying before, the 2025 Road King Special, Lowrider S, and Street Bob are getting lower prices following the Nightster, which saw an MSRP drop to $9,999 earlier this year. In the case of the Road King Special and Lowrider S, their prices revert to the MSRPs of the 2024 model, while the Street Bob is now priced $1,000 below its 2024 MSRP. So for instance, the Road King Special, the previous starting MSRP was $25,749. Now it's $24,999.
Still too much.
Yes. The Lowrider S was $20,499, and now it's $19,999.
Wow, they really went up in price. Holy shit.
So it went up $500 actually.
Just amazing.
So the Street Bob started at $17,199, and it went down to $15,999. So it went under $1,000 for that. And the Nightster started at $10,499. Now it's $9,999.
Really, if you think about that, the Sportster really hasn't gone up that much considering.
So is that for all? Because over here it says
No. This is just
a chart.
selected models.
I know. No. Is this for all people? Because over here it says July 7th, 2025, Harley Davidson is making it easier for riders to get two wheels this summer with exclusive offers to United States military veterans and first responders.
They probably get more.
And new low pricing on some of the models. Now, you already mentioned the models that they
Right.
are. Now, this is talking about military and first responders.
Right.
So is that part of this?
that's just a separate thing.
Oh, so that's for everyone?
So this is for everyone. the new pricing.
And then
And then there's a special thing going on from July 1st,
1,500.
July 1st to August 31st.
All right.
Harley Davidson is offering up a $1,500 credit towards a purchase of select model as part of Harley Davidson Hero Touring customer cash offer.
So with that said, there's a dealership down here that's offering new bikes, certain models, buy now, pay later. And the payment starts in January of 2026.
So also for models not covered under this promotion, Harley Davidson is offering a $250 credit towards parts and accessories through December 31st, 2025.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Oh, I have.
they're only available to military, veteran, and first responders with ID, with ID.me digital identification.
Right.
So that's good. That's good.
Bring back the Softail Custom.
Yeah.
The Springer. Then we'll talk. I think my Softail Custom was like $14,900 back in 2007. Roughly.
Wow. So there's now, you already mentioned everything that I got over here, but just want to say this one thing because this reminds me of someone that I met. So this is an offer, part of offer of Harley Davidson, Harley Davidson's larger Let's Ride Challenge. It's a ride for heroes. It's a ride for heroes aimed at donating up to $1 million to veterans and first responders. Organizations, Let's Ride Challenge, Ride for Heroes. Continues through October 31st, 2025, and is the most ambitious challenge Harley Davidson's ever offered. Ever launched. Built on unity, respect, and the power of the open road. Riders across the country can log miles and visit dealerships to support the cause and get the chance to win one of the 5 brand new Harley Davidson motorcycles. It says visit the website, the HD website for details. Now, I just want to say, I know you're not going to see this, but on here, there's a picture and there's a Marine standing there saluting the biker. This picture was taken at Rolling Thunder, and that Marine has been standing on that corner at Rolling Thunder for 25 years. He started when he came out of the service, and when he heard about Rolling Thunder, because at that time it was called Rolling Thunder. That was the original. Now it's
A different name now,
it's a different name, different organization, but they're carrying it. And I heard there was about 10,000 bikes there this year, and it's still a lot less than what we had when we were going. There was hundreds of thousands of bikes. But I met him in 2019. I've seen him every year. I went for close to 15 years to Rolling Thunder in Washington, D.C., Memorial Day weekend. And I always passed him. We always saluted him. It was a very tearful moment. People around would clap and wave flags and thank you, even though I wasn't in the military, of just supporting their fight for for themselves, for the vets. But I got to meet him because one of my friends was a chapter member of Rolling Thunder, and we happened to hook up with him and, rode in their group. And he came over to the group to say hello because apparently he knows these guys. And him and I, we shook hands, we talked a little bit, and it was a great feeling. But this gentleman has been doing this. Now, I don't know if he continued it with this new chapter and this new organization. I believe this must be a picture of this past Memorial Day weekend. So obviously it has nothing to do with who's running it. He is just supporting
It's
the
the same
veterans.
cause.
It's the same cause. So I just wanted to share that because when I turned the page and I seen that, I go, wow. But you covered everything that was on my page anyway, so thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
That's all.
So what do you got here, Dean? I see some speakers.
Speakers, man. So we got.
Are you going to be able to hear it doing 100?
That's what I'm hoping. Because these are the volunteer Hertz speakers. Front's at 200 watts, 40 ohms, and the back's at 260 watts.
Okay, so you have, what do you have in yours now?
Was it the
You have amp, your amp is 500, and
Yes.
you're running 100 per channel.
By the way, if you don't know, Dean's got the 23.5 CVO Road Glide.
which comes with the Rockford Fosgate.
Yeah. I believe that's either a 1 or 1 1/4.
It's 500 watts.
No, your amp is 500, but I think the speakers
So you're like,
are
oh yeah,
one and a
$1.25. Yeah,
I think
each.
a 1 1/4. That would bring it to 500.
Right. So these are graded for around 900 watts, 1,000, and it goes to get better clarity, a little bit louder. And there's a flash you can do for the radio over there in the CVO. I don't know if it got flashed the last time when I had problems. I know they did everything. I have to check that out. You don't have to do a certain little flash, but you'll get better clarity if you do. So I got to look into that, but I haven't put them in yet.
What kind of flash?
There's a sound upgrade.
Oh,
Just everything's an upgrade.
It goes through your BCM,
Now, I can and will eventually get the amplifier that goes with these.
and it comes with a we had installed one of these just
yeah,
recently.
Nate, too bad Nate wasn't
Nate.
on. Yeah.
I know, but what I was saying to you, if you buy the amp, you will get that little tuner that he had
Yeah,
gotten,
all that, yeah.
which will do what you want it to do.
Right. Yeah, I don't have to
So
worry about
I
doing
think
anything
you should just go right to that
Yeah, okay.
and stop fooling around with all this.
I went
Yeah.
online and got a coupon for these, man. They
Well,
gave me
you'll
like
get another
20%
coupon.
off, man.
Yeah,
No, I've been looking for other coupons. There's nothing out there.
Well, we got to talk to who's the company?
Volunteer.
Volunteer audio.
Volunteer. You hear it? Volunteer.
audio. But you know what? If you want to do just my system and a regular bike, not a CVO, you're looking at $1,900 for the whole deal. From Harley, that is.
Yeah.
You know, so, and you're not getting as loud. And these are just for the money, for the same money or less money, you're getting a lot louder.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
loud. They're loud.
Yeah.
I got road, what was it, Rockford?
Rockford, yeah.
Yeah, when they built my bike, they put that in there.
That's all they sold, though. So they weren't going to give you somebody else, right?
Well, what they did was they made an offer with Rockford Fosgate,
Yeah.
and they actually donated. I just paid for the installation.
Really?
I didn't pay for the setup.
No. Right.
So my setup was 6 speakers because I got
You got them in the
fairing,
bags and the
and the tour pack.
door pack, right? You didn't get them in your lowers because you have the radiators in it.
Right, I got
Yeah.
the radiator.
See, when he got his is a 20. So
Yeah,
back,
mine went for $2,000.
back then, even the CVOs didn't have Rockfords. They had
No, they had the other
they
one.
had their
Harman,
own
was
brand.
it?
No, it wasn't Harman. It was
Yeah,
their
the
brand.
Harley.
It was a
Yeah,
Harley
but no,
brand.
it was
The
another.
upgraded.
It was another brand though. It was.
Well,
It wasn't Harley Davidson.
you sure?
Yes. It wasn't.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a Harley brand.
Yes,
so
it's Harley branded.
Yeah.
But it was
Boombox. So
right. The boom system.
yeah. So when Eric got his system, they were in contract or looking to get into contract with Harley Davidson. So
With Rockford.
With Rockford, yeah. I'm saying they were, meaning Rockford was trying to get into contract, a contract with them because that's why they were offering them. Listen, you take these, put them on a bike. I don't care what you charge them for putting them on, but they're yours free, and let us know, how you like them. And this would be a promotion for them to get their contract. Well, eventually, because of Eric, they got the contract.
Yeah.
It's all because of Eric.
Where's my royalty?
Because now all the CVOs for the last 3 years, maybe. So you had a 20. I think 21 is when they started coming out, or 22. They started coming out with Dean. What was your
23 and a half.
No, the one before that had a Rockford.
That was my ST 23.
23.
Yeah.
Was that from Harley, or did you put that in?
No, no, that was Hog Tunes I put in that bike. I did that.
No, I'm not.
But
talking
the stock
about
system was Rockford.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm saying to our audience, all of
before that, John's is what CVO does he have? 19 or an 18?
He has the old style. He has an 18. He has an 18.
Yeah,
and he has the old style.
But his is loud.
Yeah,
his. I don't know if it was upgraded or not, but
yeah, we don't know
because we never took it apart and it's used. So,
but and that's what happened with that. Now, if you guys may not know this, but back in the 80s,
radio sucked.
They were Harman,
yeah,
Carmen, whatever the heck it is.
Harden.
HD.
Carden.
Yeah. HK. Yeah, that's what
Harman
they were.
Carden.
And
I
it was
shouldn't say
that
they
small
suck, but they weren't
radio.
like they are today.
That small radio, and that was there. That was there for CVOs. So that was their upgrade that they had already in the bikes.
So they had to cut my bags because my bags didn't come with the speakers.
No.
So they had to cut them.
Yeah, they used the plate, right? They used the plate.
Yeah, whatever came with the kit.
Right.
But
Right. I had bought the lids because my speakers are 7x9.
6x9.
6x9s, I'm sorry, and the regular speakers for Harley were 5x7s. So I told him, what am I going to do? He says, well, you're going to have to buy lids. So I said, listen, I'll get everything from you. And he did. He even sent them out and had them painted for me too, the lids. He did the right thing by me.
Yeah, that took a little while, right?
Yes, it did. But I wasn't in a hurry. I wasn't right. He was doing everything. Plus the harness. Remember the harness?
Yeah,
we had to make the special harness. Was the one that I had was no good.
Yeah.
But anyway, long story short, now that's why they have the Fosgates, and now the big thing everybody is blowing up is the Hertz. That's the big thing right now for the new ones, like your models. I'm sure we can get them in.
Mine's loud, but the clarity is just, I don't know. The louder you get, the worse it sounds. You're not getting
all
those
the speaker.
Yeah, you're not getting those high basses and the nice spark. Not spark. That crisp treble sound. It's just, but it's nice. It's not,
When we put his speakers in the front.
Oh my God!
But wait a minute, we put the new amp in too.
Yes.
Didn't we? All right.
Yeah.
You'll find, if you don't put the amp in right away, you'll find that these speakers will be louder. Because the magnets are bigger.
They're bigger, yeah.
So there's more power to them.
Yep. I watched the videos.
And you already have a 500.
Right.
So that's not
it's not
garbage. That's good.
Nothing to sneeze at.
Right.
Yeah, nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah.
If you want,
I just want to be louder than you guys because I can't hear my radio when we're riding.
If you want, if you want, I'll lower my radio.
No, you're always playing Freebird. I just ride next to you. So I see a cop and then I back off.
On the loop. I got it on the loop.
Oh gosh.
But no, they do make a big difference. Like I said, when I heard Nate's, I was just only on his front speakers. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That thing was incredible, man.
Yeah.
But that was also the amp. I don't have that amp, but it's still, it should give me what I'm looking for as far as the tones and the highs and the lows.
You're going to hear a difference. The speaker alone is going to hear a difference.
Yeah, it's going to be big.
I always like quality rather than quantity.
Yes, even if it's,
you want a nice.
I don't need to be 1,000
nice
watts.
sound.
Right. I want the better bass, the better mids, the better trebles.
You might not want to go because
it might be loud enough.
500 is a lot.
Yes,
that's quite a bit. And if you got speakers that are handling that and the quality,
that improves it.
You may not,
might
500 is like putting a 500 amp speaker.
I mean, we're riding around the neighborhood. It's loud enough.
Not an amp in.
Yeah. I mean, I come in here after we're riding, and I got the thing blasted, and I don't realize how loud it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you got
Sure,
the
you
wind
come
in your
in here.
ears and everything, and the motor. And then you come in, you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I got to lower mine when I go into my element. I realize that I got it blasted.
Yeah. I just, like I said, I just think I want to get the better, quality of sound out of it.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. And then I'll put those up for sale.
Yeah.
I don't need them anymore.
How did you like the Hog Tunes when you had them? Because I'm the
Hog
one that
Tunes was great,
I'm
man.
the one that turned you on to them. You liked them.
I liked them. They weren't expensive either. I think I paid like $1,100 for the whole thing.
That's what an amp?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, shit.
Everything was cheap, but
Yeah.
it was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Did they do that at Daytona?
Yeah, the other one I went to, what did I do on that one year? I forgot who it was. Oh man. I did my bike there, but I didn't do the rear speakers, I only did the front.
Right.
And that's when I got the CarPlay popped up on the bike. It was my 18 or 19.
I remember audio.
And I was like, holy shit, CarPlay just popped up. I was like, wow, what the hell is this?
Something audio.
Rock, I want to say Rock.
No, it wasn't Rock.
No.
Wasn't Rockford.
No.
I don't remember.
Doesn't matter. I can't remember.
I
shit.
remember. I went
CRC,
back.
can't remember shit.
That's right.
Only with
I remember I went back and I asked him to do it, and he did it, but then I lost it after riding.
Yeah, it went away on you.
Yeah, it went away.
But yeah, I did that one up there that one year, and that was it. But
Excuse me.
then the rest
Yeah,
I
right.
did.
Yeah. There's a little phlegm there.
But the Hog Tunes was good. I didn't do the rears and the Hog Tunes either. I only did the fronts.
Right.
I was gonna get the rears, and I saw the bike.
That's it.
Yeah. But that was loud.
Yeah.
The two front speakers.
Yeah, those magnets were like
Yeah.
tremendous.
I think that was 400 watts in the front.
Yeah,
Yeah.
200 per channel. 200 per amp.
Yeah. 200 per channel.
That's what mine are. Mine are 2. Every one is 2.
Right.
So
but
mine are 8, and I have an 800 amp.
all right, you
But
have
he
1
says-
amp or 2?
I have 2. I have a
Okay.
400 in the front and a 400 in the back.
That's how mine would have been with the Hog Tunes. I had one for the front, and then I would have get another amp for the back.
That's where you get a lot of power.
Actually,
too.
it was something like 700 or 800. It wasn't 1,000 because it was only the fronts.
Right.
And then if I wanted to do the rears, I had to get another amp.
It's 1,200.
Where now you're getting four channels per amp.
I know.
Which is a lot better. You don't have to stack all the shit.
Yeah, I know. What's that?
Gunfire?
Did it come in from back
Is that
there?
that guy from?
Someone got my gun. I was playing the guitar the other night, and I got the amp going, and all of a sudden I hear bang, bang. I'm like, what the hell was that? Something came through the amp. It was like an electrical surge, man. I was like, holy shit.
Feedback.
No, that wasn't feedback.
No?
No. That was loud.
Wow.
It was loud. It sounded like a gunshot.
Yeah, so I have no room behind my fairing.
No, you
Anything.
can't get anything in there. Couldn't squeeze in another wire.
Oh man.
Now your amp is on top of the stereo of your radio, right?
Mine?
Yeah. So when you put the headlights in, did you have a bracket or a special bracket?
No. No.
It bolted right up.
It bolted right up, but I had to unplug the wire because the bracket that comes with the A10 moto light, I got the incinerator light, could crimp. You don't want the wire to crimp.
Yeah, right.
So what I did was I unplugged it and I put the bracket on with the light first and then plugged it back in so it's got some play,
Okay.
So, but everything's good,
I remember my one of my older CVOs, I had the amp in the bag, and I don't know how many amps I had in the fairing on my street glide, because I had 6 speakers on there. I had the fairing, 2 in the lowers, and then the rear speaker. That thing was loud.
You must have had 2, maybe.
There had to be, no, I think I had 3. I don't know.
3?
There might have been 3. I don't know if they were stacked in the fairing or not. That bike was heavy. I had 1 in the bags, though.
That was for the rear speakers.
Yep.
And you might have had 2 in the front for the top speakers and the bottom speakers.
Yeah, I don't know if it was 4 channels or not. I never really looked at it. I didn't get into that fairing. I didn't have the bike long.
Yeah.
That was when I was doing this.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Which
was
one?
dancing.
Oh, the one with the front tire?
No.
We don't know what it was,
Both
man. But I was
tires.
both tires. I was wiggling down the road.
When was this?
Ah, freak! I don't fucking.
About 4 years ago?
I don't know. Longer than that.
5 years ago?
Was that the CVO?
Yeah. That's the one I sold.
That was a nice color, too.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
but too bad it didn't go straight.
That's because
You need a
what
wheel
got-
alignment.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but that's the one that you changed the rims. You
No,
bought-
that was my 09 streak lot.
Oh, that was another one. You
That was
bought
an
the
09
rims
streak
and the
lot.
bike
Yeah, but-
was all over the
And
place.
those were CVO rims and tires. Well,
I
CVO
know.
rims.
You had Harley install them.
I had
too.
Harley install them with Harley tires.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they kept telling you there's nothing wrong.
Yeah, right. Is that,
Well,
yeah.
when I go 85, it is, but we can't go 85.
Well, that wasn't on the 09. That was on the CVO. They told me that.
Oh, okay.
Don't go that fast. That's what Harley told me.
That's that dark burgundy
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
That was nice color. I love
Yeah.
that.
That was a nice bike. If you like going, riding down the road like a snake.
So you never knew what it was. You just got rid of it.
Yep.
That was probably the tire.
It had to be the tires.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to
Didn't
change them.
something happen with the next bike,
Yes, I had bad tires on that too.
and they changed the
They
tire.
changed them after I went back 3 times.
And then it worked out.
Yeah, and then he apologized. Our buddy up there, and
In Treasure?
yeah. Oh, sorry, man, we didn't see it. Didn't see it. I'm vibrating all over the place. You don't feel that? No, Tech took it out. You didn't feel anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a shame.
I don't think anybody knows we're on air because we don't have the sign out.
Oh, yeah, I didn't have enough room. Should have gave it to you, Rich.
Could have put it
Yeah, I didn't think about it.
It's okay. We're on air. Come on in. It's a whole
They
chat.
know.
The whole chat's open.
They know.
The whole chat's open. I'll answer you right away.
So I signed up for TikTok for the channel.
Oh, yeah? What's that about?
So
Explain, Spock.
So TikTok is like the social media.
Oh, I know what it is, but how do you...
But what I want to do is I want to try and TikTok. That's a lot of people are on that.
Right, a lot of short ones, right? They do a lot of...
So you can do
Shorties?
live shit on there.
Okay,
too.
too, yeah.
Yes, but you need 1,000 followers
We have 1,000 followers.
for TikTok, not for TikTok.
Oh,
You have 1,000 for YouTube.
all right.
Over 1,000.
So we'll push them over.
So
Everybody
to
that's...
go on live, you need 1,000 followers,
All right.
which isn't really hard to get on that platform because there's so much going on.
Put a couple of shorts out there, you'll get them quick.
Yeah. So I'll be posting this stuff on there to get the followers and hopefully we could go live on there as well and tap it into this,
Cool.
So we'll see.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Sounds like a plan.
because actually TikTok's the way to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but chat lines are open.
Come on. You got a
Not
couple
not
of...
that many people. Many people probably on the road coming home from work. and
Stop
stuff.
making excuses for these people. Pull the frig over and start talking to us,
Yeah.
will ya? Come on.
Waste an hour of your
Look, I
ride
spent
home.
time- Look, this week I must have given about 10 cards out. I spent time, gave them the whole lecture about the channel, and they were all thrilled, and they said they were coming on. Well, where are you? I don't see you.
I don't know.
Piggy Boo, I don't see you.
You can't threaten these people, Rich.
Oh. Hi. It's okay.
Can't threaten. So I had to take the Durango back to Miami the other day, Monday, because I had to get the what do you call it done? The exhaust. One of the exhaust tailpipes was kind of turned in a little bit, so they had to fix that.
They give you new ones.
So they fixed it, but as I was going there was a horrific crash on the turnpike, Florida Turnpike, going north. It was like I don't know how these things happen, man, because both cars were destroyed.
Really?
They shut down the highway all the way. It was like a mile and a half.
Two cars chasing each other. They think they're NASCAR.
They didn't look like.
Didn't have to
How can
be.
you tell when it was squished?
They don't have to be.
It was
These
like
young kids are
one-
driving their mother's car.
Well, one was upside down, but crushed, and then the other one was just crushed. You see what?
Was there any other cars involved?
Obviously, there was fatality.
There's Fatalities, yeah.
Fatality?
Was there any other cars?
Fatality.
Any other cars
Yeah.
sitting on the side all crushed up?
Huh?
Or just those two?
Just those two.
Wow.
And they
I don't know,
closed
man.
off everything.
Did you see that the other day? Like, and I do this a lot. I see a turtle on the road. I stop. I pick him up, and I throw him in my car and drop him off at a lake or something. And I did it on my bike. I've done it a lot. Some dude did this on 95
I
up
saw
at
that.
Ellesmere.
I saw that.
Holy shit! And someone nailed him.
He was
died.
77 years old.
Yeah, and a guy ran him over. How do you not see him running out? I get it. You're doing.
How do you stop?
Well,
on
how
the
would you?
highway?
First of all, you're on the highway. I ain't stop. Sorry, there's only so much far I can go. But you're talking about people doing average speed of 85 down here. You know,
Yeah.
especially up that way.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, and he runs out into the highway
the
to get
speed
the turtle.
limit is 70.
Yeah, so everybody's gonna do
Highway.
80 at least. I mean, well, most people.
I mean, you're crazy stopping.
And he didn't hit his car. They hit him.
Right.
Yeah, because he's running out on the highway.
Did he get it first?
I don't know if the turtle lived or not either.
Turtle lived, but he did.
That's sad, but you know.
It is sad, but
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
But I don't. You know what I'm saying? No, if he would have just died, I don't know what the circumstances were. Did he just run out in front of a car, or was he saw an opening and he went? Now, if you see somebody running across the road, you slow down. I mean, you're looking ahead. Hopefully, you're not staring at your phone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So at 70 years old, his eyes could be a little bit impaired at that age. I know.
But he's driving.
People are 90 years old that are driving
That shouldn't
with
be.
cataracts.
Get it? Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not saying that that's the case, but sometimes people lose the judgment of how fast you're going. Okay.
Yes.
That's how we get hit in motorcycles.
Yes,
when
'cause
people
people
are
don't judge
pulling
us.
out of spots.
Right. They think that
And they
big
think,
deal.
yeah,
Yeah.
but you're doing, at a speed. And anyway, that's part of the problem with that. I mean, like you said, how does somebody hit somebody on a highway, and how did he not see the car coming? It's either way. You know,
both.
he had room, but maybe he didn't move fast enough.
Maybe the turtle gave him a hard time. I don't know.
But the bottom,
you don't know what
right?
happened
Maybe
there.
it moved, and he had to grab it again, and that moment. But the sad thing is, he was trying to do the right thing, and now he died from it.
Yeah.
So the moral of the story is, whose life is more important, turtle or a man or a person?
Depends on the person. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
sad.
sad.
That's sad. It really is. Sad. People. What are you gonna?
So how many weeks till Daytona?
I don't know, but if we don't book something soon,
Don't worry.
it's only bike week. I'm not expecting the hotel to be sold out. Not bike week, it's Biketoberfest.
Listen, we go at Biketoberfest.
I can't imagine staying anywhere else after all these years.
No,
though.
I'm not doing that. But the point, what I was going to say is, even at Bike Week, there's still, that place is not full.
No, it seems to hold a lot of people.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of bikes there.
Yeah.
I mean, last year the parking lot was freaking packed with trailers and shit.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
there's a
but
lot
they
of
weren't. They weren't. All of them weren't for us, weren't there? Other hotels?
No, that's their parking lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
And then they have above the garage. That's where they park a lot of the valet. So
So what do you want to do? When do you want to do this?
We should
book it, Daniel.
My birthday's
Sunday.
Sunday.
Where we
so
going?
Why don't you book it for me?
John's birthday's
September.
September.
Saturday.
What, John?
Who, John?
Your twin brother with the beard.
Oh, really?
Yeah. His birthday's Saturday. Yours is Sunday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's Richie, birthday Sunday. How old are you gonna be?
They were throwing him like a little get together at a restaurant tonight.
Oh,
And I'm here with you guys.
You'd rather be with us.
well, then you could have taken me, and you could have
I have a responsibility to the channel.
Could have done this in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Richie, how young are you gonna be?
Gonna be 76.
Wow.
Yep.
Not bad for 76, huh?
76. He's just about 20 years older than me.
Wow.
I'll be 56 on the
You
7th.
hang out with older people, huh?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, well, when he came on the job,
He's
it's
old
like
enough to be
rubbing
your
off,
father.
too. I feel
when he came on the job, I took him under my wing.
Yeah.
I broke him in.
you and the rest of the guys that told me
Yeah.
that.
I mean, he is old enough to be your father. He could technically
Yeah, sure. 20
could
years
have,
old.
you know.
Yeah, that's right.
could have had a kid at 18. Shit, 16. Who knows?
Grandpa.
That's right.
5 times over. Great grandpa. Now,
No, we should do that ride after Biketoberfest.
which one?
Cross County.
I can't do it.
What do you mean you can't do it?
I have a wedding the following week. In
You know,
New
you got a
York.
lot of things going on.
I'll be leaving that weekend. We get back on Sunday. We're only going until Sunday, right?
Right.
The following Thursday, we leave for New York.
That's Thursday.
Ah, yeah. You want to go cross? What happens?
Well, we don't have to.
What happens if I get stuck?
We could get stuck.
Then
Well, you're a pro at getting stuck. You got AAA. You got this other thing. That
As a
thing.
matter of fact,
You'll get a ride.
as a matter of fact,
Called Uber.
OCC on YouTube, and I didn't look at it. I wanted to, but I was trying to find other stuff. Had something to say about Barracuda Harley, but I didn't. That was the title,
Yeah.
and I didn't read it. Not that I read it. It was on YouTube.
Yeah.
Hey, we could do a live podcast at OCC.
We did that already.
At OCC.
At OCC, when did we do that?
No, we didn't.
We
do
didn't have a podcast then.
We did a video. Remember?
Yeah, but I mean a live podcast at
Oh, you know what? You know what's kind of funny?
and
is-
have the Tuttle
Come on.
as our guest.
And I can bring the picture with me, him, and his son hugging each other when he had the first garage down in the
should
building,
have stayed there.
in the building where he was a shop, and he had that little garage going down, right? I have a picture with him, his son, and me, and we're all hugging each other.
Really? Dig it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, I have to dig it up. It's on my. I got it hanging. I got floodlights on it. Kidding?
He goes
in
home
my
at night.
Harley room.
He shines it
With
up
all
and
my
shit.
memorabilia. With all my
He's got the,
memorabilia.
In the meantime, the new OCC is now a storage warehouse.
I got pictures of me.
Unbelievable.
I got pictures of me and Indian Larry together. I got pictures of me and Arlen Ness together. I was a legend in my own mind.
You just snuck in. Who are you kidding? They didn't even know who you were.
Yes, they did. I introduced myself. Hi, my name is Richard. Can I get a picture?
Who is this guy? How did he get in
Hurry up,
here?
turn around. Take a picture. Quick.
Do you know who I am?
He always sneaks in everywhere, just like he was at the pits in Daytona.
Right.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, trying to
Yeah,
trying to
nice.
snuggle up to Z.
It would have been nice that what I recorded, somebody would have put on. But, I don't even know why I even record anymore because I don't get my stuff put on anymore.
You're blacklisted. Rick.
I don't understand. I'm very offended. I'm very upset now that you brought it up.
All right, I'm glad I can accommodate
Okay?
you on that.
So if you don't mind, put the damn thing on.
I just pissed him off before his birthday.
Texas.
Yeah.
Now, listen, everybody out there that wants to see those tapes with me in
He'll email them to you.
yeah, I'll email them to you. I'm gonna send them to you again. They were great.
Yeah, they were good.
I was filming the riders. I
Yeah.
was standing right next to Vance and Hines, who won the race, first and second.
Hey.
I was right there.
Hey.
No, it'd be great. See
What?
Richie run on the track.
Track. Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah,
Trying to
right.
save a turtle.
Yeah, don't push that on me, man. I'll be arrested.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't want. I'm not doing nothing like that.
That was fun.
We'll be banned from all events.
Yeah. So I'm actually gonna make a call. Actually our golf tournament thing.
They're not
Yeah, what's
gonna
up with
do it.
that?
Yeah.
We're gonna do it the week after. So it's going to be August.
Was he going to tell anybody?
Yeah, because I was going to run it
August.
by you guys. It's going to be, let's see,
August 7th?
Yeah.
Following Thursday.
So it's following 2 Thursdays. Why? Because I'm going to be in Tampa the following week.
Oh, good. You know why? Because I'm coming back.
You're coming back the 30th.
Yeah, and
We were
then
thinking of doing it the 31st.
first, and that would have been like I would have been shot
Right.
flight.
So
and
we'll
all
do
that.
it the week after.
Oh, good.
Because I asked Bob if that's okay, and he said perfect. So August 7th, we're gonna do our CRC Daytona Boys golf outing.
See how many guys we get.
So, so far it's us 4. We'll see if we can get Keith.
Well, Keith said he would do it. He was in the last time.
Okay, so Keith.
Got to post it and see who answers. That's all.
Yeah, I'll tell Bob.
Now that we have a date, post it on the boys. What is it? The boys of Daytona.
The group, Daytona Boy.
The Daytona boys. The boys of Daytona.
So, and
that's that.
That'll be that. All right. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe, hit the notification, and remember, we're on tomorrow. By the end of the day, we'll be on iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, and all those good podcast channels.
Thanks for the chat.
So please subscribe, hit the notification, so when we go on, you'll get notified right away. All right, and we'll see you next time.
Later.
Thanks, Nate.
Later.
Nate.
See you later,
Later.
Nate. Bye-bye.